Hello everyone. I am not sure if we are live. Are we live? We might be live. We might be live. Yes, we are live. Awesome. Hello and welcome to another live stream walk. It's a great day here in Shibuya, and it's very windy, but yesterday I created this makeshift little wind muff, so I hope the audio is okay. Also, it's a weekday, it's Monday morning here, so it's relatively quiet, but still enough people for me to want to wear a mask. So yeah, sorry if my voice sounds a little bit muffled, but safety first, you know. So today I plan to walk from Shibuya to Harajuku, which is not very far at all, but still a pretty nice walk. And for some reason my gimbal is a bit diagonal right now. That's a bit annoying. Let's see, I think I will try let's see, it usually evens out after a while. And yes, I do plan to go to Cat Street and Takeshita Dori as well. Yeah, it's super windy right now, so I'm really glad that I managed to sort this out, because it would be almost impossible for me to stream without any windshield today. Oh, thank you, Yulson. Very nice for your drinking fund. Okay. I don't think I will grab a beer today. It's just morning. I actually just had breakfast and then I headed out immediately. It's gonna be pretty crappy weather today, but I still wanted to do a stream. Oh, it's raining now. I might have to pop in somewhere and get an umbrella. Yeah, rain is not my favorite weather, but there's a conveni nearby, so I will just go there. So you can see Shibuya crossing is pretty empty this time on a weekday. Quite a big difference from what it looked like a few nights ago, right? Wow, super crappy weather. I guess it's the typhoon in the western parts of the country that messes things up. But we actually got a bit of sunshine coming out now as well. Nice. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Very nice. Ah, and actually now the rain kind of stopped. That was a very brief little downpour. It is very windy. Do you hear it now on the stream as well? Yeah, typhoon is currently over Kyushu. So far there hasn't been many reports about any serious damage, but who knows? And yes, I am using my Oneplus. Let's take this route past Miyashita Park. Do you want me to go up there today again? if more than 5 people want me to go up the stairs and check out Miyashita Park in the daytime, I'll do that. Otherwise, I will just pass down. So let me know in the chat. Yes, please. Yes, yes, no. Yes, the popping sound is annoying. I've been spending the entire evening last night trying to sort that out, but it seems impossible. It's like either, like if I use the official YouTube app, it goes away, but then the image quality will just be 720p, and there's no way to stream in higher quality. So I'm still working on it, and I would probably upgrade my streaming setup soon, one way or another. But in the coming weeks, you probably might have to live with this popping sound, I'm afraid. But I am looking into it, and if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Yeah, so what I did is I attached 2 small like wind muffs to a case to the phone over the mics, and yeah, it seems to work pretty well because it's really windy, like really windy right now. I'm sure you can hear a little bit of wind, but compared to before, where, you know, it was enough for someone to fart and I would get like 10 comments like, oh, it's so windy. I think it's a big improvement, but yeah, it's not perfect, obviously. They don't ask for ID when you buy beer. The only thing is you have to press a button on the register confirming that you are old enough. But that's the only kind of check that they do, which is very weird.
Please watch your step when getting on or off the escalator.
Do people think your phone looks cute with the wind muff? Yeah, let's see. When I can find a mirror, I will show you what it looks like. I think it looks super cute. Yeah, I'm sure it does have some effects. But again, compared to what it used to be, I think it should be an improvement. And I'm sure up here it will be even more windy. You can see the Yamanote Line train arriving at Shibuya station down there. Good morning from the Walker of Dubai. Oh, cool. Good morning. I would love to walk in Dubai sometime. Seems like a really interesting place. I love your videos. Thank you, John. Great to hear. Yes, it is. It is this weird weather. You see, there's like patches of blue sky, but then there's also really, really evil looking clouds everywhere. So wouldn't be surprised if we get like some heavy rain suddenly attacking. But that should just add to the suspense factor of the stream, I guess. So, and remember, people, keep your social distance. It's so quiet here. I've only been here at night, and at night it's quite crowded, especially since this place is so new. So here's the beach volleyball court and the bouldering over there, and there's this little skateboard park as well. Any plans on doing a rainy walk at night? Yeah, sure, I will. Rain is picking up again. At least my phone is waterproof. The gimbal isn't though. So last night I had a record-breaking stream. I was close to 700 viewers at the same time for the first time. So that was very nice. I don't expect it to be that many people tuning in right now, because a lot of people are at work. Oh wow, the rain is picking up now. Let's see if there's a convenience in here so I can get an umbrella.こんにちは。東京の西は大雨です。そうですか。じゃあ渋谷もちょっと大雨。You'll have 1,000 within a month. I hope so. That would be awesome. So yeah, let's see. Is there a convenience store around here? This place is still so new, so I don't really know. But like there should be a convenience store in here. Yesterday I walked from Kanda to Nihonbashi, Kyobashi, Ginza, Shiodome, and eventually ended in Shimbashi. So it was my most viewed stream, but it was also my longest stream. I streamed for like 2 hours and 15 minutes yesterday, I think. So, what's your job? I'm a self-employed photographer and journalist. So I control my own schedule. Do so many streams. Everybody always asks me about favorite convenience chain, but to me they're pretty much the same. I don't really have any preference. Did the rain stop again? I think the rain stopped, so let me go to the convenience down here. So this street is also brand new and full of izakaya. This is where they kind of kicked all those homeless people out, made this entire project quite controversial. Weird weather. Yeah, it's pretty typical typhoon season weather. Ah, thank you, Dave. Thank you. You sound in a better mood today. Oh yeah? Compared to when? Sometimes I'm a bit grumpy, I guess. But yeah, I'm in a good mood today. I slept well. I'm still happy from how well it went last night and the fact that I just passed 40,000 subscribers on this channel when I was asleep. So that was also a nice thing to wake up to. Are you a fan of salary office uniform? No, I think people should be allowed to wear what makes them comfortable, even when they're at work. Of course, with some exceptions, but I think the here we go. Let's get a big one, 70 centimeter umbrella. Oh, なんか折りたたみ傘ありますか？あ、何だ？ありがとうございます。Let's get this foldable one instead, so I can kind of put it away when I don't need it. Point card をお持ちの方はお申し出ください。すみません。はい。カードでお願いします。カードをカードリーダーに差し込んでカードをお取りください。あ、大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。 Wow, this was an expensive umbrella. I paid 1,000, almost 1,300 yen, so $13 for an umbrella. I didn't know it was that expensive, and now the rain stopped. But at least I have one in my back pocket now. YouTube subscriber ratio is very good. Oh, yeah, that's good to hear. I think it's kind of normal though. As you get more and more subscribers, the ratio of viewers goes down, because, I mean, it's so easy to subscribe to a channel, right? I mean, I subscribe to tons of channels that I never watch. So subscribers doesn't really mean much, but I do really appreciate the fact that I get quite a lot of views. Yeah. And also, since I started doing these live streams, like, I don't know, for those of you who know my channel, like, I used to do more like walking videos where I just recorded in 4K and I just did silent walks, but then I switched to doing live streams. And okay, rain is picking up again. I need to open my umbrella. And obviously, like, it's quite different, right? And I understand that a lot of my former viewers who really loved my 4K walks, like, I mean, not everyone wants to hear me talk all the time, which makes perfect sense. But I'm actually back. Like, it's been a month now since I changed, and I'm very happy with the number of viewers I have now. It's pretty much back to what it used to be when I did these daily 4K streams. So, and I have to admit that I do enjoy doing live streams much more, because it's so much fun to communicate with all of you. Yeah, it's normal that the connection drops when I enter buildings. It's just the nature of mobile live streams, so please understand. It's not possible to have a constantly rock solid signal while walking around. Is it possible to be a full-time Tokyo explorer? I think it's possible, yeah. I mean, I'm a relatively, by YouTube, okay, so this already happened. My expensive umbrella turned inside out. I mean, my YouTube channel is pretty small, but I'm kind of getting close to the point where it earns me a comparable income to like a very, very low salary job. So considering that I've just been doing this for a couple of months, you know, if I keep doing this for another 6 months or a year, then I think it can actually be quite decent income. Then the challenge will be to, like, how do I create content that stays, you know, how to keep your interest and not just do the same thing all the time. But I think the solution to that is to just start traveling more and shoot from other parts of Japan. And I'm sorry, now since I have my umbrella in the other hand, I'm a little bit disconnected from the chat. So it's quite easy. I get some messages popping up here, but yeah, I'm sorry if someone sends a super chat and I'm rude and not thank you for it. It's just because I didn't see it, so sorry about that. Do you get good income from ads? No. Ads is very small. ads. So for a channel like mine, I mean, it depends on the content, how much the ads are paying. I know that if you do a channel about economics or like financial services, then you can get a lot of income from ads. But for my channel, I get very low paying ads, so that's just a very tiny fraction. Actually, the most of the income now comes from super chats and your donations. So I'm very, very happy about that, of course, that you are so generous and help me, do this. But that's all up to your support, and it's also an income stream that only, it only generates money when I'm live streaming. Basically, no one can do super chats once the live is over, right? But then what I hope for in the future is that more people will join my Patreon, and that will be a kind of stable income source. Patreon is probably the smallest income source right now, or maybe on par with the ads. No, ads, yeah, they're about the same, I think. Thank you, Anthony. Very nice. So super chat is when people donate money, like Anthony just did. So when people make a small donation here and get a colorful message in the chat message, or in the chat box. But yeah, most importantly is that I enjoy this, and I mean, I have other work as well, so I'm not relying entirely on YouTube. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like, not right now. I enjoy the other jobs I do as well, so I'm pretty happy with my situation. So now we are on Cat Street, Fjällräven. Do you know this company? It's a Swedish company. They make these colorful backpacks. Those used to be very popular in Sweden when I was a child. Like my preschool teachers, like everybody had them. They're kind of like rugged and like, well, not really that rugged. They actually break pretty easily. But they're popular, or used to be popular, for like when you go out in the forest and you need to bring some picnic or something. And then a few years ago I noticed that they started to become really popular, like kind of among the cool kids here in Tokyo and elsewhere in the world, and that felt really odd to me, but and the price is like 5 times higher than what it should be, just because they can. Thank you, Steve. So I don't get these since I'm using a third-party app. I can't see those emoji and stickers that you send, but instead I just get a description. So now it just said peer character lifting some weight saying keep it up, and the previous one just said let's see, baby lemon with pom-poms in his hands cheerleading. I kind of like those descriptions. Made me want to know what the real emoji was like. Oh, actually I think it stopped raining now. Yeah, I think, can you see my reflection? Somewhat, right? Yeah, let me close the umbrella and follow the tap on my secondary phone. Oh, this is really tough. Okay. Well, hey, at least I got a new umbrella. Those of you who have followed me for a while know that I used to have this ugly green one. Now I have a slightly more fashionable black one. And sorry if there's some weird noise right now. I'm trying to tie this up and put it away. Okay, there we go. Now I have 2 hands again. Hey, finally. Poor green umbrella. So sorry, let me catch up on what you've been saying. Someone says if there was no anime, there would be 75% wishing to live in Japan. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anime has that much of an impact. I think those people watching anime is probably, most of them are younger people who wouldn't move here anyway. I mean, it has some impact, I guess, in like strengthening the brand of Japan and making people curious about it, but I don't think it's that influential. Oh, thank you, Mike. Wow, people are really generous today. That's very nice. I hope you and your wife can come back here sometime soon. But it will probably be another couple of months at least until we have anything, like until it's possible to visit. Maybe even years, who knows. It's Monday morning here now. How much money you should bring to Tokyo for 8 days? It really depends on your living, kind of what you expect to do. But if it's only about paying for, you know, budget accommodation and food, then maybe on the really low end, maybe $10,000, $15, 10,000 to 15,000 yen per day is like what you need to survive. But if you also want to have a bit of fun, then you should probably double or triple that. Can I have your permission to print out your logo? No, you can't sell t-shirts with my logo. I have paid for this logo and it's copyrighted, so no one else is allowed to use that. Sorry. Yes, this is live. 今。そうですね、今です。Need more likes. Thank you, S. So Tombori is the food place in Osaka. Where's the food place in Tokyo? Oh, there's so many food neighborhoods with tons of restaurants. You can't really pick a single one. But basically any of the major stations where there's a bit of entertainment district, you'll find lots of restaurants. I would love to see you eat ramen on a live stream. Well, thank you, Dave. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know, I don't want to film in stores. It's pretty complicated to get permission here, and most shop owners here are so spoiled. Most of them actually don't want any people coming in and film. Yeah, maybe if I can get like takeout ramen or cup ramen or something, I could do that and eat outside sometime maybe. I'm not sure how enjoyable that would be, especially since I'm not showing my face. Yeah, there's a Lug Lobsters here. They're also like super rude. Like a friend of mine like just wanted to snap a photo of the shop and they came out and were like really grumpy and angry. Like it's weird. Like I don't get it why there's so many shops, especially here in Japan, who just downright hate photography and videos. You can block your face, no worries. Yeah. Maybe I can eat ramen on a Patreon only live stream. I show my face on those. Have you thought about teaming up with some other Japan YouTube creators? Yeah, I've been in touch and I met some. I think right now for the kind of videos that I'm doing, it's easiest for me to just do them alone. I have had a friend joining me on a few walks, but that really makes it so much more difficult to give any attention to what you people are saying. So I think I prefer to do it alone, as long as it's this kind of videos. But for other projects, absolutely, collaboration is always great. I will have meetups and stuff once travel starts again. I would love to go to some universities. I don't think I'm allowed to film inside the university grounds as well. They usually have like a big entrance with some security guard. So yeah. So now I'm crossing Omotesando, famous fancy shopping street here in Tokyo. I will walk along this street later in this stream, but for now I will just keep on walking to continue following Cat Street and then walk to Takeshita-dori and the station area. And then I will walk along this street as well. Yeah, this area is very nice during Christmas, yes. Inside the high-end shops. This street, Omotesando, is also pretty. There's also a lot of high-end, expensive brand flagship stores here. But Ginza is, I think, the most famous fancy area in Tokyo, and this is probably second place. Your legs powerful. I do indeed walk a lot. That's one of the benefits from running this channel. It also gives me a lot of exercise while I'm at it. How were those shrimp chips last night? Ah, they were good. They were good. Nothing like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not really a snack kind of guy. Like, it's okay, but I'm much more like a candy person actually. I love Swedish candy like gummy bears and salty licorice and chocolate and those kind of things, much more than potato chips and so quiet here this time of the day. Most shops have just open at around 11 here. What's your favorite Japanese sweets? I don't know, probably like some chocolate. Like, I don't really think Japanese sweets are that good. That's like one thing where I think Sweden has the upper hand. Did you mention a couple of walks ago that you have a newborn? Yes, I do. She turned 1 month yesterday. Swedish fish, for example, yes. It's mostly like delivery people. Oh, rain is picking up again now. Do you like Haribo gummy bears? Yes, I love Haribo. Haribo is awesome. That's the kind of candy that I like. Are you going to Harajuku Station? Yes, I am going towards Harajuku Station. Okay, need to open the umbrella again. I think Harajuku is suffering a lot, like so many other parts of Japan. And if it's something positive that I hope can come out of this pandemic, would be to actually get more shop owners a bit more appreciative towards the tourists, because a lot of shop owners here in Japan, they're like really rude, and they treat like tourists like they're just an annoyance, even though people come here and spend a lot of money. And that's even worse in Kyoto. And to be honest, this whole idea about that Japanese people are so polite, I don't really think... Wow, okay. Let me pass this guy. I don't really think that's true. And it's very obvious when you look at how, shop owners behave in many cases. So yeah. Yeah, this is very typical Japan. All the power lines are like spider webs over the streets. Oh, thank you very much, Craig. Really appreciate it. Diapers, yes. We do need a lot of those. Show your shoes. Okay. Here you go, shoe reveal. Just cheap and dirty Nike sneakers. Nothing special or fancy at all. It's quite windy too. I guess we're just at the fringe of the typhoon. 江戸区は今晴れてる。あ、そうなんだ。じゃあ本当に変わりやすい天気ですね、今日。So now we are reaching Takeshita Street, which is kind of funny if you read it in English and remove the A from Takeshita. That has been a long-standing joke among some of my Western friends. 立川は降ってます。中国も晴れてるよ。そうなんだ。いや、結構ね、ところどころ全然違いますね。So this is Meiji-dori, another one of these kind of main roads that connects many of the key areas of Tokyo. So this one runs, I don't know exactly where it starts, but further down than Shibuya, and then it runs like all the way to the north towards Ikebukuro, past like Shinjuku, Takadanobaba, Okubo, yeah, all those neighborhoods. Okay, stopped raining again. Now it's sunny and hot. Across the crepe shop is good. Okay, let me just try to close this.
Okay, everybody, pick them up and take them along. They're fun to eat. Choritos,
It's an interesting setup. First I thought it was some sort of streamer, but we was just promoting a shop. 450 people, yeah, not bad. Had almost 700 last night. Sorry again, trying to close my umbrella, and it's very difficult to keep the camera steady when doing so. Hope you're not getting too dizzy. Okay, detta. How long have you been in Japan? I've been in Japan since 2008, so 12 years. Okay, there we go. Oh, hi, Virtual Japan. My tech guru. Can you help me again? I want to improve both the video quality and sound quality even more than this. If you have any advice, let me know. You know where to find me. Okay, sorry, I need to catch up with the chat again. I am not Japanese. This street is also super quiet. Like on busy days, this street can take like half an hour to walk from one end to the other. Now I'm already almost through in like 5 minutes because it's so quiet. What's your favorite seafood dishes? Favorite, I would probably say sushi and sashimi. But I like so much seafood in general, so if I don't have to, I'd rather not just pick one. So I'm thinking about going the route of just buying an external encoder, kind of like Ramblak is doing. That does indeed improve the quality a lot, but it also means that I have to carry around more equipment. So if there's some way to kind of, I don't know, get that kind of quality but with a slightly smaller setup, that would be perfect. So I'm kind of looking into that right now. Your sound has been great past 20 minutes. Oh yeah? Really? No popping and sparkling? You love kanji, right? Not really love, but I do find it quite interesting, and especially when I was new to Japan, I did quite a lot enjoyed learning new kanji. We should all start giving you more thumbs up. Yes, please. That's always helpful. If there's just one way you can do to support me that doesn't cost anything, it's just to press the like button. That will help me with the mighty YouTube algorithm, so each like counts. Yeah, very quick walk through Takeshita. And I've just been walking for 45 minutes, so I have quite a bit more time. Would you like to see a bit of Yoyogi Park as well before I go to Omotesando? Or should I just go to Omotesando straight away? Let me know what you think. Not sure how interesting Yoyogi Park would be on a day like this though, when it's rainy and gloomy, but maybe. That would be lovely. Yes, sure. Okay. Let's do that then. Let me walk on this. It's getting hot. Okay. Right before Corona, it was impossible to walk along Takeshita Dori, and now it's like super empty. So, yeah, the Japanese economy is like, I'm seriously worried. It was bad before Corona, and now with all this, You seem genuine with my viewers. Yeah, I hope so. I just see this as taking a walk with a bunch of friends. Have you ever run out of battery during a stream? Yeah, I tried using an iPhone once, and that died pretty quickly. But the phone I'm currently using is it has amazing battery life. I can stream for like 2 hours, and it's still just like I still have like 60% left when I'm done. $490. Wow, going there. Oh, $499 now. Will we break the 500 mark? Now it's really windy again, but the sound is okay. So here's the old Harajuku station, which was just closed like a month ago, I think. And there's a new one next to it. And I'm assuming that they will just demolish this building, which is a shame because it's so charming and beautiful. As a station, it was pretty awful, way too small, but I mean, compared to this boring new thing they put instead, I much rather prefer this old building. I have walked from Takeshita Dori to NHK Harajuku. Okay, I walked there many times as well. Harajuku ね、だいぶ変わったですね。This building is also brand new. I think it's a hotel on the upper floors, and then in the bottom floor there's like the first urban IKEA store in the middle of the city, or IKEA as we pronounce it in Sweden. Yamada. Ah, you're happy as a Japanese. よかったね。よかったね。日本人も僕のチャンネルを楽しめるのが本当に嬉しいです。So the other day when I walked from Shinjuku to Meiji Jingu, I came out from this side of the Meiji Jingu shrine area, and then I ended the stream somewhere around here. But today I will walk to the Yoyogi Park entrance instead, so that's over here. Oh, they are converting it to a museum? I hope so. They should do that.ユージさん、そうですね、そのノイズはね、結構めんどくさいですね。僕もすごくイライラしてますけど、なんかそれは回線のせいではないと思います。それはね、まあちょっと特別なアプリを使ってます。YouTube のアプリからはストリームがちょっと映像がそんなに綺麗ではないから、そのために他のアプリ使ってますけど、そのアプリで、まあ、映像はもっと綺麗になるけど、まあそのノイズも入ってる。それはすごくめんどくさい。今もなんかもっといいアプリとか他のスマホかなんかどうやって直す、なんていう、まあ今検討しますね直したいけどちょっと難しい。このセットアップはちょっとなんかまあこういうライブストリームやってる人ほとんどいないから、そんなに情報も少ないネットで。ということでした。 So I just one of my Japanese viewers also mentioned this popping sound, and I explained that I'm very much aware of it, and I'm also really annoyed by it, but it's very difficult to find a good solution. Yeah, I'm still trying to solve it, but it's easier said than done. Will we pass by the transparent restrooms? I'm not planning to do that, but actually I have to admit I don't really know where they are. I know that they're around here somewhere, maybe more towards NHK, but I'm not really planning to go there because I will just do like one round here in the park, and then I will go back to Omotesando and walk all the way to Omotesando station and wrap up the stream around there. Thank you, Abi. Very nice, very generous for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm for your videos. I appreciate all your people watching and supporting me. How's the wind noise now? It's quite windy here as well. How much is a decent external encoder? So the one Ramblak uses and the one that I'm considering too is $700. But the only thing is that it's quite big and bulky, and then you need to use a camera that has a HDMI output. So that means I have to use either my Nikon or my Fuji mirrorless cameras, which means I have to bring a bigger gimbal. If I get more serious about it, I might consider going down that route. I mean, having better image quality will always be a good thing. So, yeah, it basically means that I have to upgrade every part of this chain. Toilets are in the mini park to the west. Okay. Mini park to the west. Not sure. Is that Miyashita Park, I mean, or? Meiji Jingu is very close. Yes, I went to Meiji Jingu in a stream a few days ago. But now we are in Yoyogi Park. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I can use my 4K setup for streaming. Basically, I will go back to using the 4K setup and then get the external encoder, and I think I should be able to record 4K internally to the camera while also streaming in 1080p 60 like Ramblak is doing. So yeah, definitely, you know, a year ago I used to shoot daily with kind of setup, and it's doable. It's not bad, but maybe might get a little bit tiresome. Like, I mean, these streams I often do like 2 hours, and then just getting around, carrying it all in the backpack is, yeah, it's more work. But again, if I get more viewers and if I get more serious about doing this, then I guess that route is the one that makes most sense. But also having a bigger setup means that you will be more, you know, eye-catching, and it will be more difficult to be discreet. So there's some downsides with that as well. I don't know if I said thank you to Albert, who just did a super chat, but even if I did, I'll do it again. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Have you walked down Takeshita Street? Yes, I was there 15 minutes ago. This park also super quiet today. There's basically just park workers here. Not many visitors, but makes sense. The weather is kind of crappy and it's a weekday. Lots of cicadas and crow sounds, yeah. But not much wind noise. Yeah, autumn is coming. And now I'm very happy about that because Japanese summer is just uncomfortable. Too hot. Harajukuのカラスのなんていう本気。そうですね。Just joined the stream. Where are we? We are in Yoyogi Park. I walked from Shibuya via Cat Street and Takeshita-dori in Harajuku, and now I'm doing a little detour to Yoyogi Park, and then I will walk to Omotesando and all the way to Omotesando Station. That's the plan. Number of viewers dropped when I entered the park. I guess most people prefer urban areas rather than this. I mean, I understand it's not particularly beautiful or interesting on a day like this. Lots of construction going on as well. Autumn leaves in Yoyogi Park are beautiful. Yeah, they're quite nice. How's the image quality been today? Have there been, other than when I entered some shops, has there been like any buffering issues or drops in the stream quality? It seems like that has improved a little bit. I tried tweaking a few settings. Like yesterday too, it seemed like the quality was generally very stable. 4 years ago I was just 20 years old. Now I'm 85 years old. I can kind of relate to that feeling. Image quality is great. Okay quality, good video. Quality has been good. Okay, awesome. Just a little bit of buffer, but it's been very good. Awesome, awesome. Ooh, I think... Okay. So there's some arbitrary road or path closure down there, so can't continue. So I guess I will just walk back then. Peopleはどこに行った？そうですね。まあ今日平日だから、あと天気も良くないし。Yeah, where is everyone? It's a weekday, so most people are probably at work, and also the weather is pretty weird today. It's been raining on and off, so it's not really the day where normal people would go to the park, I guess. Is there any Japanese believing Olympics can be done next year? Yeah, a lot of people still believe it. It seems. Probably mostly because the government still says so, but yeah, I am very skeptical. storm is going to hit Kyushu soon. It is hitting Kyushu as we speak, actually. Hopefully it won't be too devastating. I mean, Kyushu had lots of natural disasters this summer, so I think a lot of places are still like haven't been recovered from that. So another storm with downpours and mudslides and whatnot can have pretty devastating effects over there. So I really hope it will be all right. Got a job offer from Tokyo and Seoul. Oh, nice. Congratulations, I guess. What kind of job is it? 雨が降ってますか？じゃあ今降ってないです。でもこの1時間でもう2回降りました。急に傘買いに行った。代々木ユースホステルはどこ？懐かしいね。代々木ユースホステルは知らない。まだあるかな？聞いたことない。When I was new to Japan, I was always meeting a bunch of friends here in Yoyogi Park almost every other night for night picnics, and we always used to meet near this white arch. This was like the meetup spot, so we were always sitting somewhere around here, drinking and having a good time through the entire night, sometimes until the first train left in the morning. These days I don't really come here for drinking anymore, getting too old for that. What's the mobile plan that you're on that allows enough data for streaming? It's not unlimited, it's 100 gigs per month. I showed this a couple of times before, but so I'm using this, let's see, this pocket Wi-Fi. It's pretty good. I'm very happy with it. I already burned through 29 gigs, so I need to kind of do shorter streams, I think, otherwise the plan won't last the entire month. It should be at the 30 gig mark on the 10th, and we're just at the 7th. So yeah, I guess I'm enjoying this streaming a little bit too much, but I think I won't stick to like 2-hour streams. That's a little bit too long. So maybe 90 minutes is a little bit better. Almost face reveal, yeah. その透明なトイレはこの公園ではないけど、ここから近い。Hair reveal. I can do hair reveal. I've done that many times. Enjoy my graying old hair. Don't know if I showed it the right direction, but 透明なトイレ見に行こう。じゃあ今回はちょっと行きたくない。なんか多分あの辺でも今度行きますね。Like poodle, yeah. Curly brown hair. Yep, that's me. Plenty of gray hairs in there too, though. Like poodle, yep. This park is beautiful. Where I live, we're lucky to see any green grass. Where do you live? There's plenty of parks in Tokyo. I mean, I often complain that Tokyo is too urban, but it's not. I mean, it's not that bad. I think for being such a big city, there's also plenty of greenery, and the green spots are usually very well maintained and accessible. So I really like that. お箸を使うこと、きれいに分ける、きれいに分けます。Are we heading towards NHK? No, we're not. We're heading towards Omotesando, back towards Harajuku direction right now. California? Okay, that sounds depressing. I thought California was quite green and beautiful. But then again, California is massive, so I guess every part is different. Have you ever been down to Kyushu region? I've been, but not that much. But I've been to Kagoshima. But that's it. Never been to Fukuoka actually. But yeah, I think that will change very soon. So stay tuned to my channel. And you might see plenty of streams from around there soon. Have you ever visited Kawaii Monster Cafe? Yes, I went there for work to take some photos there. It was pretty fun to photograph, but I mean, as all those kind of places, I always feel that they're just overpriced tourist traps. But yeah, I guess if you're into that kind of culture and stuff, you might enjoy it. I mean, it's not bad. They did a good job. They obviously put a lot of effort into designing that place. So you like going to onsens? I always get that questions, and I like it, but I prefer the ones where you have your private bath. I don't like public bathing. I don't like being surrounded by naked men. Especially not here in Japan. Now we're back at Harajuku Station. This is also another new building. To be honest, I don't really know what it is. Oh, and it starts raining again. I'm planning to go in December. Yeah, December in Tokyo is not bad. Christmas is not that big of a thing here though. I mean, it is like, it's very commercialized, but it's like compared to in Europe or the States, it's quite different. Here in Japan, the big, let me dash across the street here. The big national or the big holiday that everybody get together is the New Year's here in Japan. Another random question: do you find a lot of matcha related food items? Yes. There's a lot. If you're into matcha stuff, then you have plenty of things to try here. In your opinion, when's the best time to go to Japan? I like autumn the best. Like October, November. Pretty nice. December is nice too. January, February, a little bit cold, not that nice. March, April, May, spring, nice but very crowded, especially around the sakura season. Summer is just too hot and humid. 個人的に春かな、桜とか。そうですね。まあ桜綺麗けどちょっと観光客とか人がちょっと多すぎる。だから僕は秋の方が好き、実は。もし春だったら絶対に東京からどっか逃げたい。Ah, good to see you here, Jenny. Glad you could make it. So here's SoftBank, my current data provider. Technically, Docomo is supposed to be the best, but I also think that the Docomo network is way more crowded, especially since all these like cheap SIM cards that you can buy uses the Docomo network. So I find the SoftBank network more reliable for my live streams. そうですね。桜は東京ではなく地方の行った方がいいです。僕もそう思います。How do you make friends in Japan? I want to meet new people. Go out and drink. Learn Japanese if you don't speak already. That's my two suggestions. Where are you from? I'm from Sweden. So windy. My hair is like complete mess now. I think my hair probably looks like the windshield I'm using on my phone. Your English is amazing. Thank you. Very happy to hear that.家の中に桜。それがいい。一人花見。いいね。ちょっと寂しそうけど。明治通り歩こう。もう歩いたよ。この今日のストリームの最初は明治通り沿いに行ったけど、今は表参道の方に行く。Did you learn English in school? Yes and no. I mean, everybody in Sweden learns English in school, but I picked up more English by playing video games when I was a kid than what I learned from school. This entrance is a very popular Instagram spot. It's the entrance to the Tokyo Plaza shopping mall. And yes, there's a nice garden on top as well. Let's see. Can you see my reflection somewhere in here? Let's see. You still play video games? Occasionally, yeah. I am quite busy these days, so I don't do it that much. But yeah, from time to time, it's a nice way to relax when I have a bit of time to kill. But these days I put all my free time into this YouTube channel, so rather than enjoying things just for myself, I prefer to bring happiness to hundreds of people. Tokyo is the train company. Yes, the train company that operates the line I'm on. You speak Spanish or English? Isn't it pretty obvious that I speak English? I don't speak Spanish. Are you a full-time YouTuber? No. YouTube is just a little side hobby for me, but it's been growing quite a lot the last couple of months. So we'll see. Right now I'm not planning to make it full-time because I enjoy my other work, but maybe in the future sometime might be worth considering. またカッツストリート行くの？いや、違います。今は表参道。 How long would it take to learn Japanese fluently? 2 years is what I would say. If you study full-time for 2 years, then you will reach a good level. Anything less than 1 year is kind of pointless in my opinion. 1.5 or 2 years is what I definitely recommend if you're serious about learning it. Yeah, the LED lights always flicker on this phone, especially when I shoot at daytime, because it needs to use such a short shutter speed. So that's just one of these unavoidable things with mobile live streaming, I'm afraid. NHK Tokyo, I should get you John Daub around. Well, John Daub works a lot for NHK, and I work occasionally as well. I actually had a show that was broadcast 3 days ago. I was hosting it. I shared the link to my Patreon supporters, and it seems like a lot of them had a good time watching it, especially the scene when I'm in a acidic onsen bath. Have you considered getting something like a Gurun backpack for stream? I don't know what a Gurun backpack is, but I will look it up after the stream. It sounds interesting. Have you met John before? I never met him. No. Minna mask してるね。そうですね。みんな気をつけるからね。Here's Omotesando Hills, which is a pretty cool shopping mall. Like the interior is quite interesting. I think it's designed by Tadao Ando, who is a very prominent Japanese architect. A guy who loves concrete, and he's very good with concrete. Sorry, Duolingo 5 minutes a day is not gonna get you anywhere, I'm afraid. I mean, it might teach you a few phrases and words, but if you wanna reach some sort of fluency, you definitely have to step up your game. Is there still a Ben & Jerry's here? Don't know, don't think so. There used to be one. Always a long queue. I don't think it's around anymore. Some coffee shop here. I think this place used to be a flavored popcorn shop, and it was always a long line of people waiting outside. How long have you been in Japan? I've been in Japan for 12 years. Where are you heading to? I'm heading towards Omotesando Station.晴れた。そうですね。ちょっと晴れてる。まだちょっと怪しい天気けど。この裏のモス、そうですね、まだあります。モスカフェ。行ったことないけど。Please do accidental face reveal. What's the temperature in? Let's check. It is currently 31 degrees and 69% humidity. Not so bad. And yes, those are bugs you hear. It's the cicadas, the sound of Japanese summer. Freshness burger is better than moss burger. I totally agree on that. I'm not a big fan of moss. How did you get a permanent job there? I don't know. I've never had a permanent job here. I'm self-employed. Jag skulle älska att besöka Sverige. Yeah, you should. Sweden is quite nice. Oops, starting to rain again. My favorite place in Sweden is Malmö. That's my hometown, but it's not really where I... Okay, time to get up the umbrella again. It's not where I spent the most of my life, but it's the city that I like the most in Sweden. Yeah, near Copenhagen. That's nice, but I mean, if you're visiting, you should also go to Stockholm and Gothenburg. Both are really nice cities. I lived in Stockholm like 4 years in total. I never really enjoyed living there, but it's a beautiful city, especially in the summer. It's amazingly beautiful. Where did the rain come from? Yeah, probably the typhoon. How about Hallsberg? There's lots of beautiful smaller cities in Sweden too, especially in that area. I don't know specifically about Hallsberg, but around that part of Sweden there's many beautiful smaller towns. Well, there's one called Sigtuna, which is quite beautiful. So and now it's like really windy and rainy. You can feel the typhoon. 結構降ってましたね。そうですね。結構降ってる。風も強くなった。みんななんかコンビニの前集まってる。People are like gathering outside in front of the stores. I think now we are at the 1.5 hour mark almost, so I think that's pretty good time to wrap things up. Maybe I will like sit down and answer a few more questions before I end the stream. Let's see. Rain is stopping again now, so I could very well do that. Or I can just go full circle and walk another 10 minutes down to Shibuya station and start and end where I started this stream. You want me to do that? Next stream probably tomorrow, where I don't know. I don't think I will stream tonight. Thank you, Michael. Very generous. 日本語上手。ありがとうございます。Back to Shibuya. Shibuya, please. Yes. Okay. We barely watched any of the live stream. Too much chatting. Well, that's good too. Did you experience the Tohoku earthquake in 2011? Yes, I did. It was very scary. I thought I was gonna die. Seriously. I thought like now I will be buried in a pile of rubble. This little street corner has been like rebuilt as well. Quite nice. I like how they're kind of building new outdoor places where you can like sit, yeah, like this. It's nice. Tokyo needs more of it. Shibuya, hi, onegai. Okay, it stopped raining again. Really weird weather. I wonder what the QR code is, right? Maybe you can screenshot it and scan it. Struggling to close my umbrella again. It's really, the spring is really tough. So here's the Omotesando crossing. If we go further this direction, we will get to Aoyama, which is known as one of the most fancy neighborhoods to live. Well, I guess technically this is also Aoyama. Look back here, Minami Aoyama. Yeah, I'll just head down back to Shibuya. And yes, for those of you who are new to my channel, you should also know that I have a little Patreon page that you can join if you want to support me and get access to exclusive members only streams where I'm a little bit more personal and I show my face and all those kind of things. I might even eat ramen there sometime. Or you can just show your support by clicking the thumbs up. Sorry again, putting down my umbrella so the camera is all over the place. Okay, there we go. But yeah, the Patreon page, check it out. The link is in the video description. You will also find the link to my Instagram account if you want to see a bit of my photography. And if you like my photography, you can join my postcard club, which is also part of the Patreon page. So if you join that, I will send you a postcard with one of my photos every month directly to your mailbox. So that's also a great way to support me if you want to, but only if you want to. If you don't want, or if you don't like this stream, then you should click the thumbs down button. That's also an option, and the choice is all yours, and I will not judge. I will just be grateful to those who choose to support me. That's all. You still take street pictures? Yes and no, not that often. Right now, like all my time out shooting is usually spent on these streams, and especially since I'm so much busier now, I don't really have that much time. But I think once this big assignment kicks off, I will shoot a lot, not just for the client but also like for myself when I'm out traveling. So looking forward to that. 結構人いっぱいですね。そうですね。この辺はね、いつも混んでる。今ランチ時間からね。みんなはこの周りのレストランが多いからみんなランチに行くと思います。Love your photos, man. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Airbnb. Thank you, Sunday. Thank you very much. 蒸し暑そう。そうですね。まあ、そんなに暑くではないけど、でもやっぱり湿気が結構ありますね。Konnichiwa from Canary Islands. Oh, thank you. I would love to go to Canary Islands sometime. I've never been there, but it's definitely a place I hope to visit soon. Hachioji, 雨やばいよ。そうか。じゃあ結構ね怪しい天気ですね今日。500 likes on Mr. Tokyo Express will sing for us. We're only at 350, so still a while to go. そ This is Aoyama Gakuin, which is one of the more well-renowned universities here in Tokyo. I think it's primarily for like law studies, I think, but I'm not sure. And here's the UN University. They have a pretty cool building. On the weekends there's often a farmer's market here in front of the UN University building, which is quite nice. And sometimes they have like Tokyo Coffee Festival and other interesting events here as well. But on the weekdays it's pretty quiet. Can you buy a falafel in Tokyo? Yeah, there's a few falafel stands. It's not super common, but if you look hard enough, you'll find it. 518 people are watching you. Yeah, 522. Ooh, the wind. You must hear the wind now, right? I don't think these tiny little wind muffs can be that powerful. Now it's like super strong. So here's the entrance to Aoyama Gakuin. Definitely can hear the wind. Yeah, no. Ah, thank you from the American Swedish town, Andersonville in Chicago. Thanks. That seems like an interesting place. It's pretty cool that so many Swedes emigrated to the US, like back in the days. Back in the days where Sweden was a really poor country and very low standard of living. Fortunately, things have improved since then. Wind is nowhere as strong as Laura. Your favorite neighborhood in Tokyo? Oh, so many. I think if I only have to choose one, it would probably be Shimokitazawa. I used to live there a long time ago, and it's a really nice neighborhood. Many of my friends are still living around there. But there's like dozens of other places that I really like as well. So one thing that I really like about Tokyo is how different each neighborhood is. Like, in many cases you just have to go like one stop on the train and it will be a very different vibe. Like, for example, if you're coming from Shinjuku, which is mostly like businessy, and then you go to Harajuku and it's completely different crowd and different vibe. And it's the same with many residential neighborhoods as well. Sangenjaya is really nice as well. Japan の音楽が好きですか？いや、あんまり好きじゃないです。特に J-POP は大嫌い。今の時代の J-POP は。あとアイドル文化も全く理解できない。音楽もひどいし、文化もちょっと気持ち悪い。でも一番好きな日本人のなんか音楽家は梶秀樹。多分 90s の渋谷系でちょっと有名になった人。その世代の日本音楽は結構良かったけど、今の世代の日本音楽シーンはあんまり良くないと思います。So someone asked if I liked any Japanese music, and I said that nothing really contemporary. I think the current J-pop scene is really, really bad, and many of these idol groups and AKB48 and whatnot, they really just make me feel really uncomfortable, and it seems like such a filthy business. But I do have a few musicians who I liked, who were active like in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, Nippori Station also completely different vibe. Does this mean the Swedish economy in the past was like Eastern Europe in the 1970s? Yeah, kind of. I mean, we used to be a pretty poor, farmers-only country. But I think one of the biggest benefits is that we were not involved in any of the world wars. So in the post-war era, like even after the First World War, our economy grew really strong, and we started to become more of a kind of, that would kind of lay the groundwork to the modern day welfare state that we've been enjoying since then. Nansai desu ka? Nansai to omoimasu ka?ボンジョービ大好きですか？面白いね。僕はボンジョービあんまり好きじゃないけど。そうですね、38歳です。ピンポン。Also, nice little shrine up here. Should we check it out? Let's check it out. どこの国の人？僕はスウェーデン人です。Have you ever got lost during a stream? Many times. Those of you who have followed me for a while should know about that. My viewers tend to like when I get lost. Do you guys think Japan will be open to foreigners by the end of 2021? Maybe. But I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. But considering the damage this closure is doing to the economy, I do think that they do want to start opening up as soon as they can reasonably, do that. I think from the politician's standpoint, they'd probably rather have people die from the pandemic than people die from suicide and depression following economic collapse. So yeah, nice little shrine tucked in among these buildings here.ビートルズ好きなの？じゃあまああんまり個人的には聞こえないけど、文化的に大きな影響があったと思います。I like Japan because of Nogizaka. Okay, good on you. I think they're horrible. But yeah, music is individual. I just prefer music and artists who create music because they love the art, not because of some, I don't know, money, like some producer just putting a band together in order to maximize the profits. That kind of musicians are not something that I approve of in general. Did you go to Roppongi when you were fresh off the boat? No, never really liked that kind of place. When I was new to Japan, I usually went out here in Shibuya to some like smaller bars that my Japanese friends introduced to me. J-pop and K-pop music scene is brutal, yeah. At least when it comes to K-pop, at least I think the performers are relatively good at what they do. These Japanese idol bands are just like, they're so talentless, and yeah, they have no skill whatsoever. They're just being picked because the producer thinks they're cute or wants to sleep with them or whatnot. It's going to rain again, probably, but I am here at Shibuya station again, and I will wrap up this stream today. Now, very soon.ね、戻ってきた。最初から。Let me just check the last messages. Okay, thanks a lot for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this little stream. It was a nice walk despite the weird weather. Now I will head home and get some lunch for my wife, and the rest of the day I will probably just take care of our little baby girl and give my wife some alone time. Okay everyone, thank you very much. Bye bye. Sayonara. Arigatou gozaimasu.